Good morning, Year 6. So, today we are going to be looking at regular and irregular polygons. We are going to be looking at what they are and, more specifically, why they are regular or irregular. So, first of all, just have a think for a few moments. What is a polygon? What is a polygon? Have a think for a few moments. You will have come across this term before, but you may not have used it more widely. Okay, so a polygon is a shape with at least three sides and angles. So for example, a triangle is a polygon, a pentagon is a polygon, okay? It's a shape with at least three sides and angles. So both of these shapes then are polygons. Which of these is a regular polygon? Okay, have a think. A regular polygon. What does that mean? What is the same about these shapes and what is different? What would make one of them regular? Have a think. See if you can decide which is the regular polygon. Just to note as well, these shapes would generally be called quadrilaterals because they have four sides. But which one is regular and which one is irregular? How can you tell whether a polygon is regular or irregular? So the square is the regular polygon. It's tilted on its side, but it's still regular. Let's see why. So you might have a bit of an inkling now as to what a regular polygon is, but let's just see if you're correct. So a regular polygon has sides that are all the same length and angles that are equal. An irregular polygon has sides that have at least one length or angle different to the others. So if we just go back, this is a regular polygon because it has got four angles that are all 90 degrees, okay? And it has got four sides that are the same length. Whereas this rectangle, although it has four equal angles that are all 90 degrees, it has two sides that are longer than the other two. So the length of the sides are not all the same. And that is what makes this irregular. Okay? So a regular polygon has sides and angles that are all equal, and an irregular polygon has sides and angles that are not equal. Okay, so what I would like you to do now is I would like you to have a go at this. So you've got to circle the odd one out. Okay, so what I would do, I would number them 1 to 4. So I'd do 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and down the side on your paper, I would write the number of which one I think is the odd one out. Then you've got to say why you think this is the odd one out. Okay, so it might not be that they are regular or that they are irregular. It might be that it's got curved edges, whereas some of them haven't. It might be that it's got 8 sides instead of 7 sides. What is it that makes it the odd one out? Okay, and then it says to give the relationship between the other shapes. So that would just be, for example, this one. If this one is the odd one out, okay, because it has got 8 sides instead of 7, then the reason for the relationship between the other shapes would be that they all had 7 sides. Okay, so I would like you to pause the video now and have a go at that. Okay, let's have a look then, shall we? Okay, so in the first one, this one is the odd one out because it has got 7 sides. So the relationship between all of the other ones is that they are all hexagons. They all have 6 sides. Okay? This one is also the odd one out because it has got curved sides. Okay? So the relationship between the other shapes is that all their sides are straight. In the third one, this arrow is the odd one out because it has sides of varying lengths and angles of different sizes, so it is irregular. Okay? Whereas all of the rest of them are regular shapes because they all have sides which are equal and angles which are also equal. And this last one, this one here is the odd one out because it is the only regular shape. Okay? The relationship between the other ones is that they are all irregular. Well done if you got that correct. Okay, what I would like you to do now is I would like you to see how many examples of irregular polygons you can think of. So think about your shapes. How many shapes can you think of that are irregular polygons? So that either have different length sides or different sized angles. Pause the video now and see how many shapes you can name that are irregular polygons. Okay, let's have a look at what I've got. These are just a few that I thought of. So we've got a rectangle, an isosceles triangle, a scalene triangle, a rhombus, and a parallelogram. Okay, so remember a rhombus is like a square that's been tipped over, and a parallelogram is like a rectangle that's then being tipped over. Okay, and these are irregular because that even in a rhombus, the angles will be different. Well done if you thought of some of those. Well done if you thought of others that I didn't think of. Okay, what I would like you to do now is I would like you to investigate the following statement. So the statement says, are all hexagons regular? Okay, so how I would go about investigating this is I would try and draw as many hexagons on my sheet of paper that I could. Okay, so get a piece of paper and try and draw as many hexagons as you can. If all the sides are the same length and the angles are the same, then yes, they are all regular. If not, then some hexagons could be irregular. Now, I know you won't have a protractor at home, but don't worry. You should be able to use your knowledge of acute and obtuse angles to work out whether the angles are equal. Pause the video now and have a go. Okay, let's have a look at the answer, shall we? So no, not all hexagons are regular, as you can draw a hexagon with sides of different lengths, which would also make their angles different. So if we have a look at these two examples here, we've got the regular hexagon with sides all the same length and angles all equal. And we've got the irregular hexagon, which has got at least 3 different size lengths and lots of different sized angles, because we've even got a reflex angle here, look. Okay, in our irregular hexagon. Well done if you got that correct. Okay, so now what you've got to do is sort these 2D shapes into the Carroll diagram. Put the letters A to E in the correct places. So how I would do this, you don't need to draw your lines. I would do a heading for regular polygon, irregular polygon, and then a heading for quadrilateral and not a quadrilateral. Okay? And then you've got to put each of these numbers into the right place. So in this box here, the shape would be a regular polygon and it would also be a quadrilateral. In this box here, the shape would be an irregular polygon and a quadrilateral. In this box here, the shape would be not a quadrilateral and a regular polygon. And in this box here, it would be not a quadrilateral and an irregular polygon. Okay, so just remember, a quadrilateral is a shape with 4 sides. Okay, so each 4-sided shape would go in either the quadrilateral that's regular or the quadrilateral that's irregular. If it's not got 4 sides, it would be down here. Okay, pause the video and have a go. Let's have a look then, shall we? So, quadrilateral and regular polygon would be D because it's a square, so it's got all lengths and all angles equal. Quadrilateral and irregular polygon would be B and C, okay, because you've got a rectangle and you have got your kite, okay. This here is quite an awkward one because it does kind of look at the first glance like it might be all equal. But if you can see, these two lengths here are slightly shorter than the other two, and your angles are slightly different. Okay? Well done if you got those two. And not a quadrilateral but a regular polygon would be A. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's a regular hexagon. Okay? All sides and angles are the same. And an irregular polygon that's not a quadrilateral would be E. Okay? Because that is a pentagon. Well done if you got those correct. Have a look at this one then. Write whether each shape is regular or irregular. Give reasons next to each shape why it is either regular or irregular. So you have got a rectangle, you have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's a 10-sided shape. You have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-sided shape, and you have got another 5-sided shape. Okay? So write whether they are regular or irregular and tell me why. So I would number 1, 2, 3, 4 down the side of my sheet, and I would just put regular or irregular, then because, and then my reason. Okay? So remember, a regular shape has lengths and angles all equal. An irregular shape has lengths and angles that are different. You should be able to tell just from looking at these pictures whether they are regular or irregular. There is nothing here to trick you, okay? So don't worry about not having a protractor. Pause the video now and have a go. Okay, then let's have a look. So, the rectangle is irregular because the sides are not the same length. Number 2 is regular because the sides are the same length and the angles are equal. Number 3 is irregular because the angles and lengths are all different. Okay, so you've got these two little lengths here, these two longer ones here. You've got 2 reflex angles, 2 right angles, and 3 acute angles. And number 4 is regular because the angles and lengths are all equal. Well done if you got that one correct. Okay, so this is your last task now. How many regular and irregular polygons can you think of that you could sort into the table? Okay, so you've got has all equal lengths, has equal angles, so it would be regular. Has all equal lengths but does not have equal angles. Has sides that are not equal lengths but equal angles. Has sides that are not equal lengths and also does not have equal angles. Okay, see how many polygons you can fit into this table. Okay, once you've done that, please send me a picture of your table because I would be interested to see what shapes you have thought of and you have come up with. Good luck, Year 6. I'll speak to you soon.